Romelu Lukaku was a prolific striker for Everton, Manchester United, and Inter Milan, proving he can do it not only in the Premier League but abroad. However, the former club Chelsea, who never really gave him a chance, want him back, with strong rumours that Lukaku is coming back to Chelsea and will be part of the squad next season. Let's see how he will do. So what we've done is we've added Romelu Lukaku to the current Chelsea squad. I'm going to see how Football Manager sims how he does. Obviously Chelsea might get some more players, but we'll do a later video on that when the window has closed. But today we're just focusing on how he will do in particular. How is just his impact alone going to affect them? So we've simmed the first season and Lukaku and Chelsea finished in 5th. Obviously a bit disappointing, you'd expect them to do a lot better. I mean, it's a bit unrealistic with Arsenal in 3rd. We all know that's not going to happen. But 70 points, not too bad. 21 wins. Beat some decent teams there. Leicester, Tottenham, Liverpool. Some draws there. Probably needed a bit more wins to get high up the table. And some losses against City, United, Tottenham, and Villa. So overall in the league, not too great. But let's see how Romelu did himself. So look at goals. Obviously, he's a goal machine, and to continue that, he was second in goals, only behind Jimenez on 21. So 20 is a very good total, especially just for the Premier League. So we look at all comps, and Lukaku actually hasn't scored many more. He scored 1 in the Carabao Cup and 2 in the Champions League. Obviously, that is a higher level. But overall, 23 goals and 2 assists, a decent return. I mean, you don't really see strikers scoring that many goals these days. It's very rare to get them higher 20s. So overall, first season, pretty good. I mean, we could see how good he is as a player. 17 finishing, 20 strength, 18 pace, 15 acceleration. Yeah, he's a team player, he's determined. He's a really good player, but he's not reached the heights I would expect. So we can have a look in the cups, how he would do. Carabao Cup, a nice 5-0 win, and then a 2-1 win against Liverpool, which is a good result, definitely. But unfortunately, they were knocked out 2-1 by ex-club Manchester United, so that would be disappointing for Lukaku. FA Cup 3rd round, won 1-0, but then we beat 3-1 by Arsenal. I mean, this is a bit questionable, to say the least. Champions League, he was in a group with Leipzig, Marseille, and Zenit. Not a bad group. 4 wins and a draw. Pretty much battering every team in there. Still doing really well in Europe there, in the group anyway. They then progressed in the Champions League, where they were knocked out by Inter, which is obviously Lukaku's old club. Unfortunately, they lost 2-1 away and then 3-0 at home. So that would be a tough one for Lukaku after just leaving there. So overall this season, not great, but we're going to go another season ahead and see how it goes. So Chelsea actually finished 6th and finished lower than the season before. I think 5 or 6 points less than the season before as well. Very disappointing, but let's see how Lukaku did on the goal front. So Lukaku himself got 17 goals, which is obviously really good. Again, one of the top goal scorers, same amount as Harry Kane, Firmino, and only Calvin Lewin this time had 1 extra goal, who was moved to Arsenal. So Lukaku himself, obviously he ended up in the Europa League, so he had 10 appearances there, scoring 7 and 1 assist. In the league, 17 goals and 1 assist, and a goal as well in 2 appearances in the Carabao Cup, and then obviously some Belgium qualifiers. So overall, he had 25 goals, which is not bad at all. Again, nearing the 30 mark, not quite there yet. So we can see how Chelsea did across the cups in the season. So we have the Carabao Cup, they got through 3-0 against Huddersfield. 4th round, they won 2-0 against Bournemouth. And in the quarterfinals, a nice 1-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. That took them to the semi-final, where they drew 2-2 in the first leg away. And unfortunately, although Lukaku scored a goal and Chelsea scored two, West Ham edged them out with a early blitz that they could not return from. So unfortunately, the Carabao Cup was not won this time. FA Cup, they won 4-0 against Reading, but unfortunately again knocked out 2-1 by Sheffield United. So some big upsets there for Chelsea. Chelsea didn't make top four in the simulation last year, so they went into Europa League. They went in with Club Brugge, AZ, and whoever that is. They played 6 matches, won 5, and drew 1. We can see Lukaku had a big part to play, scoring 2 in a 5-0 win, scoring another one in a 4-0 win, and also no goals in a 0-0 draw. But doing really well, 16 goal difference and 16 points out of a possible 18. So we moved to the knockout rounds. They had a 3-1 win with Lukaku scoring 2 against Lazio. Good result. And the 1-1 draw was enough at home to take them through. And then unfortunately they lost 1-0 to Valencia and could only draw at home, meaning they got knocked out of the Europa League. So very, very poor performance. Looks like they got off to a good start. A poor season for Chelsea overall. We can look at some of the results in the league as well. Big inconsistencies, some big defeats here to the sort of middling team in the league. Some more losses and points dropped. A draw to Burnley, a loss to Crystal Palace, losses to Leicester City, Sheffield, and towards the end of the season, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham all beating them as well. Some good results against United, for example, 1-0 win, a 3-0 win there, but also a loss as well. So overall, didn't do too well in the league, didn't do well in the cups, and didn't do well in Europe, even though it was the Europa League instead of Champions League. So overall, the simulation I wouldn't say is very accurate. I think Chelsea will definitely be in the top 4 every season. I think they'll be challenging every season. They could win a cup or two, definitely in that time as well, and they could even win the league. But what I would say about this simulation, it shows that Lukaku himself is really good. He is a 20-odd goals a season striker across the season, always approaching that 30 mark. Always approaching near that 30 mark. So for Chelsea, you'll be a fantastic signing, even though the simulation wasn't as positive as I think it will actually go. But I think we're all excited to see Big Rom back in the Premier League, and I think Chelsea fans will be buzzing with that as well. So hopefully Lukaku does better than his previous stint at Chelsea. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.